Hi guys, hope you're good. Update on the challenge. We are currently sitting at $207,000, which is 3.5% profit. I have to admit I self-sabotaged with my inability to use MT5, which I'll explain in the review of the trades. I had a nice Aussie yen sell, pound New Zealand dollar buy, which is the one that didn't work because I am an idiot, but that would have been the best trade so far. And a pound New Zealand dollar sell this morning. So far there's been 4 prime setups that I've seen on the market since I started the challenge. They've all been brilliant entries and done big pips as well, and these are because they're timed with the end of market flows, so it's valuable that you know how to read the markets and see when these flows are occurring, because at the end of them you can, more often than not, you can capitalise from them, which has basically happened 4 times this week. Well, 3, and it should have been 4, but my inability to use MT5 put pay to that. But we're not far off halfway in the challenge now, so let's have a look at the trades.
Right guys, let's have a look at this challenge so far. We are currently sitting at $207,036. We would be a lot higher, but I messed up with MT5 here on GN, which really annoyed me, because if I look to the hourly, look at me navigating this like a pro. I was buying down here, and it was literally the biggest move of the week, right into my sell level, which I took this morning. So that would have got me close to finishing the challenge, but I don't care. It's just a process. Trading's just a process. You can't beat yourself up. GN sell this morning as well. I left some profit on the table because it was about 15 pips away from my target, and I had to go out, so I wasn't interested in holding it and having to check the chart all the time. So, why does it do this to me? Is it chart shift? I'm not a big fan of this MT5. So here, what happened, I will show you shortly. Absolute idiot move. Never mind. This was my target here this morning. So we were about 17, 18 pips away when I had to go out, so I just took the profit and walked away, even though it did an extra 50 pips, so that would have been a nice addition to the total. But trading's a process. You just follow the process and get to your end goal. So this GN, it's really annoyed me, because I think it was 8 PM actually. This clock must be wrong that it happened, but I was actually looking, how do you modify a position? So I asked my friend, and he said you have to go to the close position menu and then do it from there. Now this is what I did. I take a trade. So I had a trade running like so, and I wanted to get the modify position. I wanted to modify the position, and I was looking, and I couldn't see it. Couldn't see where to do it in here. I then brought this up, and I was exhausted, like I said, and I just clicked on close position, because on the app, the phone app, that is exactly what you do. You press close position, and it brings up an option box to close a portion of it. But I just went, and it closed the position. So I was out of the position. And then I was experimenting with, I got back into the trade, and then I was just messing around with the stop loss, and I was dragging the stop loss lower, moving it higher, and then the new candle opened and price just shot down instantly, and stopped me out as I was playing around with the stop loss. So I was so angry that I just turned the computer off and went to bed. Yeah, it was just one of those things. But yeah, whatever. It's shit happens. It's all a learning process. I'm like I said, I'm not a massive fan of MT5, but it is usable. I might even do a bit of a guide for those that use CTrader, just to take the actions on CTrader and then show you the equivalent on MT5. Might be a decent exercise to do. So that is what happened with the GN trade, which would have gone on to be at least a 2 to 3% trade. Never mind. So that did almost 300 pips. Never mind. Right, the other trades, let me go through. So we covered the cable one. Now the Aussie yen, the pound New Zealand dollar buy and the Aussie yen sell were both based on a similar move. So we had antipod weakness, which I showed in this video. Sorry, it was antipod strength, which I marked out in a previous video in here. So when that hit, I was expecting Aussie weakness, and now I was expecting some yen strength as well. So that was the pair that I focused on. But as Aussie US dollar hit this level, which was at the end of its daily range as well, the extremity of its daily range, New Zealand dollar against the US dollar also hit the extremity of its daily range. So that signaled to me that the Aussie and New Zealand dollar strength was coming to an end. So I needed a pair to take advantage of that. And it just happened to be that pound New Zealand dollar was at a good level, well outside of its daily range. So that's what I executed on, and Aussie yen. So they both played out. I only managed to capitalize on Aussie yen. So those setups were everything that I look for in a trade. They're the highest probability setups possible in the market, in my opinion. Everything aligned. All the currency strength was coming to an end. So we use a more volatile currency pair to take advantage of that move, because we know we can get more pips normally, but we actually found that Aussie dollar against the US dollar actually did very similar amount of pips, which is rare. But anyway, we banked, so it's all good. And then pound New Zealand dollar sell this morning was from a level that I had marked out. It was at the end of its daily range, and New Zealand dollar had already started showing strength across the market on other pairs. So occasionally, this might sound stupid, but it's not, because if you observe enough, you'll realize that it's true. The market can almost give you tells on some pairs of what's about to happen on other pairs. It's almost like an indicator into the future, because New Zealand dollar had gained strength against other pairs, and it hadn't yet against the pound. So when it hit my level at the extremity of its daily range, then I took the sell, and it played out nicely. I left some on the table again, but I don't care. I'm just doing a challenge. I banked and I moved on. I'll wait for the next scenario. If my real money trading account, I have processes that I follow. I secure profit at areas of potential struggle, and then I aim for the next area of potential struggle. I don't approach this trading challenge like that. It is a high risk strategy to me. My trade sizes are bigger, percentage wise, to the account balance. And I'm banking more pretend profit just so I can get the challenge done and following the process. So not a bad few days trading. I wasn't expecting to be almost halfway through after Friday, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. So things heating up this week. NFP on Friday. May see some opportunities off the back of that. I'm not in a rush. There's no time limit on this, so I'm relaxed. But patience is my number one skill in trading. It's my superpower, basically. I'll sit and wait for setups like I've had in this challenge so far. The grade A currency pairs outside or at the end of their daily range. All the markets aligning. Whatever's driving the market flows is coming to an end. These are things that you just sit and wait for, and eventually they play out. So, but being able to sit and wait is the hardest part. So that's the trading challenge so far, and I'll update you next time I have a trade or two. Cheers, guys.